Hi everyone. Day two. I am late. I am chocolate. Yet I am wrapping up day two of my NaPodPoMo challenge, National Podcast Post Month. And this is for the 2nd of April. And I know we are already on the 4th. So this is for Wednesday, mercredi. And so during more than a month, in fact, because I decided to extend that until my 49th birthday on the 21st of June. So this is not only a 30-day challenge, this is an 80-day also challenge. And right now I stream live with my tablet. And if you are sticking around, whether you are live or on the replay team, you will have a bit of surprise at the end. This session will last 15, 20 maximum minutes. And I'm going to envision guests also. Hopefully, that some people in the audience will allow me to have a co share podcast. And right now, I'm in the nature, I'm near ponds, the park, and it's 13 to 23 Celsius, which is from 55 to 73. And it will be a bit less hot in the next day, in the next days, yet it will be sunny. So right now I'm streaming for Wednesday. I know that we are on Friday, and I'm giving you some nuggets in French. So I'm going through this session about the month, and don't be surprised if I drop some other words in French. Merci. So January was the first month of 2025, janvier, and it's Januari in Dutch, and I think Gennaio in Italian, and I don't know in Portuguese or in Spanish. And so janvier was a difficult month for me. December also, but January also, to start 2025 with some grief of losing some friends in 2024. Odile, Jess, and Axel, sadly. Yet, I'm alive. So, here comes now February, which is février. And febbraio in Italian, and Februari in Dutch. By the way, English is the bridge between Latin and Germanic. Dutch is only Germanic. French is mostly Latin. There is also some Greek on French. And also in English, there are some Greek words. And Italian is directly linked to Latin. So I know that it's tricky in French, because in French we don't pronounce all the letters, like TRONC. If I have to pronounce it in English, it will be tronc. But in French, it's tronc, and it's a word from the tree. It's the main element of the tree. So Février was a bit better, yet I still was a bit like down. The light was more present, yet it was difficult. And then few days ago was ending March, which is Mars in French, Mars, to not confund with the planet, Mars. And Marzo in Italian, and Mart in Dutch. And so Mars was also very interesting, because Mars was a month full of emotions. The 8th of March, Louis Mars, One of my best friends spread her wings 6 years ago on the 8th of March. It was also the 76th birthday of my dad on the end of March, 29, 29. And each month there are some memories, some souvenirs, some birthdays. January 2025, on the early January, I was celebrating 30 years of the passing of my grandfather, who spread his wings in 95. February, celebrating the birthday of my godfather, 26th of February, who passed away in 2006. And Mars, my dad is still alive. I feel really blessed that my dad is still alive. And so we are already on the 6 minutes. If you are listening or if you are watching the replay, feel free to comment. You will have bonus points if you are commenting, and I will drop some prizes. Also, feel free to check on the earliest post. I'm going to reshare with new elements my game. It's like a crossword game where I will put anything related to animals. And I was already beginning by poisson, which is fish in English. And I was dropping some words. And if no one is finding these words, I'm going to continue to fill words with blanks. So I will drop the consonants on paper, but I will leave the vocal blanks. And these words are in French and are related to animals. So one of them is the bunny of Luce. Another one is an element of a fish. And another one is an animal that you might find on marécage or ponds or some, yeah, and that are in French batracien. The synonym, the cousin of that is crapaud. And they are making rah, 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 rah sounds. So I cannot be more precise than that. If you are not filling the blanks, you are not winning points. If you are not commenting this post, you are not getting points. And if you are not getting points, you are not having a chance to have free French coaching sessions. Just saying. So right now we are on the 8th of minute, and I was talking about March, which is Mars in French. Now we are on April, which is Avril, Avril. And sorry for the noise, guys. I am live. It is what it is. I am dependent on the sounds of my environment, the vehicles making their work, the bikers, the dogs barking. This is live, my friends. And this is the second day of NaPodPoMo. And I will wrap up also the day 3 and the day 4 today. So, April, which is in French Avril, Avril, and Aprile in Italian, and what in Dutch? I don't remember. January, February, March, April, I think. I'm not sure. My Dutch is to be rebrushed, but I am more confident in English and I enjoy more Italian. And Latin, no, Latin is just a joke. Abemus Olivier. So, Avril, there is a famous saying, which is dicton in French. Avril ne te découvre pas d'un fil. Fil is a thread, is about hello, by the way, to Artemis, my dear knitting friend. And Avril might be a month that could be cold, depending on the weather. and we are on April. We are already on 4th of April, 2025. Time flies. It's already, wow, 95, 96th day of this year. It's amazing. And in April, there is also the birthday of the passing of a dear person in my life. She passed away in 2007. And the was the yeah, I think it was the 17th of April. 17 years or 18 years later, it's difficult to remember the exact date, but I will remember her always, Lilian. And in April, it's a great month for rebirth, by the way. May, which is May in English and Mai in French. May. To not confund with Mais, which is but in English, BUT. Not the BUTT, by the way. I'm just joking. So May, Mai in French, May in English, May in Dutch, but in Dutch it's MEI, and it's Maggio, Maggio in Italian. I'm going to wrap up quickly because we are already on the 11th minute, and I envision to close in 5 to 6 minutes. So May is also an interesting month because it will be the month of my third new language conference in Sitges, and I cannot wait to meet my community of new language coaches that I'm part of since 2022, and I'm blessed of Rachel and of the community, and to see them face to face in Sitges, I cannot wait. It is in less than 7 weeks. And then in June, which is really tricky because sometimes it's juin, but sometimes we are also pronouncing juin. So it could be juin or juin. But in the same case, it's written the same. It's Juin, Junio in Italian, and June, Juni, I think. Uni in Dutch. And it's a really an interesting month because it will be my 49th birthday. And I'm really blessed to be alive, by the way. And then Juillet, which is Juillet. Juillet. Juillet, which is July in English, Juli in Dutch, and Luglio in Italian. Then Août or Août. Sometimes you pronounce Août, sometimes you pronounce Août. I rather prefer you to pronounce Août, Août, because it's to not confund with OU, ou, or even HOUX, ou. But Août, it's a month, and it's a special spelling because remember in English it's August, which is GUST. It's important for the explanation. And in Italian, Agosto, and in Dutch, Augustus. Yeah, GUST, GOSTO in Italian. It's really important because the spelling of ut is AOUT, but with the circumflex accent on top of the U. AOUT. And probably 90% of the time, the circumflex accent means that in the ancient times in French, it was an S. Like hôpital, HO circumflex accent, hospital. Like hotel, hostel. hotel, H-O, circumflex accent. Chateau, castle, kasteel in Dutch, C-H-A, circumflex accent, T-A, T-E-A-U. So the circumflex accent means that in the ancient time there was etymology. So ut, A-O-U-T, with the U with circumflex accent. It is important. I would say, okay, if you miss the circumflex accent, because I will understand, especially if you are putting it in the context in a sentence. Like, je viens te voir en août. If you write it without the accent, it's okay. But just let you know that you have extra points if you are adding the circumflex accent. And of course, it is not easy for English speaking people and English writing people with the QWERTY keyboard. Yet it's important if you are learning French to know where are the letters, the accent, the CCD. Really, really important. And then here comes the ember. September, October, November, December, Septembre, Octobre, Novembre, Décembre. And which is September, October, with a K, by the way, in Dutch. November, December in Dutch. And then settembre, ottobre, novembre, dicembre in Italian. So here it's really interesting because September is the 9th month, October is the 10th month, November the 11th month, and December the 12th month. But here go September 7, October 8, November 9, December 10. It's because in the ancient times there were 10 days. So September 7, so it was August 6, 6th month, July 5th month, June 4th month, May 3rd month, April 3rd month, yeah, and then March, I don't know. Well, it was not January and February. That's why it was 10 months, by the way. And so, yeah, September, like sept. In French, you pronounce it sept. S-E-P-T, sept. You don't say sept, you say sept in French. And then huit, October, like octopus. And then neuf, Novembre. And then December. So that's very interesting about the etymology when you think that there were only 10 months in the Roman time, Ave Caesar, you know. And no, we have 12 days, 12 months, which is more logic because, but at some point, I don't know where they were counting. Probably they were having to adjust the calendar. But it is another day. So we are already on the 18th minute, and feel free if you find value to click to the link to the QR code, scan the QR code or click the link coffee.com/polylyrics to buy me a coffee. It's really appreciated in these challenging times. And I am doing also my announcement that each Monday I have my FIG group, French Insiders group, on Monday at 4:30 p.m. EST, and I'm welcoming new members in the group. And then also I am welcoming any guests from my NaPodPoMo podcast. And on Friday, which is today, by the way, I will take the opportunity of my 4th podcast day to make a bigger podcast. And it will be introducing myself, by the way. So next episode in few hours will be about the planets, about the continents and the countries. Let's say like that. And the 4th will be only dedicated to me presenting myself. Why am I doing this, by the way? Why am I so passionate about French? Even if I make mistakes, I love to make mistakes because it gives you to notice them, by the way. And mistakes are retakes. And so feel free to scan the QR code and to click the link. to buy me a coffee. Wish you a blessed day. So I will enumerate again the month of the years, the year: janvier, février, mars, avril, mai, juin, juillet, août, septembre, octobre, novembre et décembre. That's it for today. Wish you well and enjoy the sun, my friends. Enjoy each day. Each day is a blessing. Wherever you are, whenever you are listening to this audio, feel free to comment, even if you are on the replay team. It's really, I appreciate it because you will have points. Also, participate to my game in finding the words that I was writing in the picture. That will allow you to gain points and then win free French coaching sessions. And so see you very, very soon for the third episode in a few hours. And I cannot resist to give you the surprise for the last minute to present myself on camera and to show you the amazing place where I am. I am in a place called Les Étangs de Flagey. Here, really far out there, it's the La Place Flagey, really far. And so, wish you an amazing day. Enjoy the sun, by the way. It's getting hot. It's getting very hot right here. So, enjoy the sun, my friends. Keep shining.